Turn me up some. Whoa, whoa. Turn me up some.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to another edition of the Rant Show. I'm, as always, your host for this Rant Show, and 7X Cardo. And I'm warning you guys this now. This conversation we're about to have is going to go in several different directions, but it's all going to revolve around one thing: YouTube. And the first thing I'm just going to plainly rant about is I don't get why everyone and their mother always, at least sometimes, seems to have it out for YouTube. Well, I kind of understand why. It doesn't make it right, but I kind of understand why. Because YouTube, as being an ever-growing platform, is taking away from the views and the, pretty much the views of other websites, of other news publications, because YouTube just simply, it offers more. So to try and get back at YouTube, these news publications mainly decide to try and attack YouTube any way they can. And granted, I will say this, okay? Some of the shit that goes on in YouTube, it needs to be called out. I'm fully willing to admit that. It needs to be brought to a light, or it's never going to get fucking fixed. I am fully willing to admit that there's some stuff in YouTube that it needs to be covered, it needs to be known, so that way it can get fixed. But the way a lot of these news publications do this is not right, because they're not just trying to, make YouTube a better place for the people that go on it. They're trying to effectively take YouTube down, because YouTube is stealing their views. They're not, in the near future going to take them down. People like the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times and Vox and others are still going to be around for a while. They ain't going anywhere anytime soon. But the fact that their viewers that would normally, probably, most likely, maybe read their content and view their content is being some of them are being taken away because of YouTube, because YouTube in general offers more. A lot of times, New York Times and the Wall Street Journal and Vox and others, they offer a one point of view, and that's it. Just a one point of view on a certain subject, and that is it. Meanwhile, on YouTube, there are so many creators, so many people covering so many different things that if they want to hear something of a different person's point of view, they can. If they want to hear a person just give an unbiased opinion on something, they can. YouTube offers that now, and they don't. They give the opinion that they hold on a certain subject, and that is it. And they are mad because YouTube is taking away their viewers, taking away the people that would normally read their content, because YouTube offers more. So they try to fire back and try to take YouTube down in any way they can by covering certain things that should be addressed on dealing with YouTube, but they do it in a way to where they directly go to YouTube's advertisers, go directly to anywhere where they can point this shit out in a way that will hurt YouTube, instead of just going to YouTube and say, hey, you might want to change this before shit gets too far. Their sole purpose in bringing this stuff to light isn't trying to making YouTube better and a safer place for viewers. It's to try and hurt YouTube as much as possible. And I didn't read the article because I just don't want to. But the latest example of this is the New York Times. For those who don't know, the New York Times recently put up an article where it talked about, pretty much from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, alt-right people and, just pretty much nut jobs on YouTube. And one of my biggest problems with this, and I didn't even read the article, mind you, is that some of the pictures of certain YouTubers that they put up with this article are people who are not even remotely alt-right. One of the biggest ones of note, and one of the ones that have actually voiced their frustration with New York Times putting his picture up on their article, is Philip DeFranco. For those that did not know, Philip DeFranco is one of many people that covers news and other subjects of interest around the world on YouTube. Please check his channel out when you have the time. It's really good. I love his videos when he covers the news, because he sometimes he will give his opinion, but mostly he tries to have a non biased point of view on any subject he covers. He shows both sides and then leaves you to decide on the way you want to see it. And I fucking love that. So please check out his channel. Once again, it's called Philip DeFranco. But they used his picture among other YouTubers in this article, you know, pretty much saying indiscriminately that these are alt-right YouTubers. And Phil and others' pictures that they've used are far fucking from it. And I bet you 10 to 1 that if I actually read the article, that it's not trying to cover, you know, it's not trying to cover, you know, these crazy out there alt-right people. If I'm almost willing to fucking bet that if I read the article, New York Times is just trying to throw as much shit as they can down YouTube's throat to hurt them. They're trying to say whatever they fucking can, yet again, to try and hurt YouTube. I can almost guarantee that this is what this article is talking about, even though I've never read it, because of shit I've been seeing on Twitter. I mean, hell, oh my god. For those of you that are on YouTube, a guy that I'm subscribed to, I don't always agree with him, I will put that out front right now, but a guy that I'm subscribed to and watched some of his videos, Keemstar, even went onto Twitter to defend Philip DeFranco. And for those of you that are in the YouTube space, no, Keemstar is not a big fan of Philly. He really isn't. But this article apparently is so bad that even Keemstar came to Philip DeFranco's aid. That should fucking tell you something, especially if you're in the YouTube space and know how much, not hates, but like, doesn't agree with Philip DeFranco. But yet even Keemstar came to his aid. That should at least give you some sort of idea of how biased and how BS this article probably is. But this isn't New York Times. This isn't their only time trying to attack YouTube. This isn't their only time. This isn't the only media source out there that's tried to attack YouTube in the past. Hell, there's at least articles that come out from Kotaku, Vox, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, and so many others attacking YouTube every year. There's at least 15 to 20 articles a year attacking YouTube in one way or another. Most of them is because most of them focus their hate towards PewDiePie, one of YouTube's largest creators, and some others just outright attack other creators that are big on the platform, like Mr. Beast, like Ninja, like others, and others just attack YouTube in general. And a lot of these articles are just straight BS because they want to hurt YouTube in any way they can, because YouTube offers more. So the viewers that would normally read New York Times and Wall Street Journal and others articles, they go to YouTube because it offers more. Wall Street Journal, New York Times, you know, if you guys actually stopped, and here's a little advice for you guys. Doubt you will ever see this video or listen to this on SoundCloud, but here I'm giving you advice anyway. If you want to get more people to read your articles, if you want more people to hear what you have to say, I got 2 suggestions for you. 1, stop covering BS things. In other words, don't cover stuff that is half-assed and is the sole purpose of it is just to try and hurt someone without any little to no proof. And 2 would be to offer more than just a one-sided opinion. Like, get more people to offer more point of views on certain subjects so people have more, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They have a broader scope of a subject that you're covering, if that makes sense. That might bring some people back to you, because right now, with some of these articles that you guys have put out, you can't even leave with the internet articles anyway. You don't even have your comments up anymore. For those of you that know this, a lot of, especially the PewDiePie articles that a lot of these media outlets have put up in the past, they've disabled their comments because of people going to their comments in their articles and correcting them on their BS. No one's buying this shit. Listen, I understand. I understand the frustration of losing viewers, of losing people that would normally read your articles, your whatever. I understand that can and probably is frustrating. I get that. But going down the shitty rabbit hole of drawing and thinking and creating whatever you can, whether it's complete BS or not, and most of it is, ideas and stories to trying to hurt people, trying to hurt people on YouTube or YouTube in general isn't helping. I think you would have realized this by now by the amount of people that constantly call out your BS at this point. These guys can't even leave up your comment sections on your online articles anymore because people are constantly calling you out on your shit, pointing out when your shit is wrong. Yes, I know the sole purpose of these articles is trying to hurt YouTube by going after their advertisers and trying to take away advertisers from YouTube. I get that. But if you haven't realized by now, yes, you might be taking away some of YouTube's advertisers, but people are seeing through your shit now more than ever. Because a lot of these articles that you've put up over the years are complete BS, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist at this point to realize this. So when people take a look at your articles, they'll be like, oh, yeah, this is BS, I'm not going to view their site anymore. You, by this point, writing these BS articles are... You're pushing people away at this point. It's no longer just YouTube taking viewers away from you. It's you guys doing it yourselves. Listen, if you want to honestly try to... Sorry, that's my cat in the background. But if you honestly want to try to draw people back to your articles, get viewers back, especially with your online articles, you have to start giving a one-sided opinion. You have to stop giving a one-sided opinion on things. Have more people covering more subjects or the same subject to give a broader perspective on what's going on and what possibly could be happening. Not just a one-sided opinion on a certain subject anymore. And then also, food for thought, stop, just in general, coming up with BS articles covering subjects that are, well, they're just BS, that are the sole purpose of them is to try and hurt people on another platform, and actually cover subjects that need covered. You know how much shit's going on in the world right now that should be covered that's not? No, but you'd rather make up another article on trying to paint PewDiePie a racist, or trying to or trying to paint Mr. Beast up as a guy who hates gay people. Like, what the hell? Listen, New York Times, Wall Street, Vox, Kotaku, guys, you making these articles at this point is not helping you. Yes, like I said, I'm repeating myself, I know, but like I said, you covering this shit is not helping you. It might be taking some, advertisers away from YouTube, but at the same time, it's drawing people away from your site, from your publications. Because now more than ever, people with the internet, more people are seeing through your shit, and more people are calling you on your BS. And you're literally, at this point, driving people away from your sites, from your articles, from your newspapers, from your publications, because of the shit you're posting and the shit you're writing. Because all it is at this point, when you cover these subjects, is just trying to hurt YouTube and other social media sites out there as much as possible, because boo-hoo, you're losing viewers because of them. Newsflash, like I said, you might actually get some back if you actually cover stuff of note that's happening in the world right now, instead of making up BS articles talking about, oh, you never guess what PewDiePie said this time. And actually offer a wider perspective and wider opinions on subjects that you cover. I swear, it's like every month I see another article about another news media outlet out there attacking someone or a certain thing or a certain creator on YouTube just for the sole fucking purpose of trying to hurt YouTube. It's getting ridiculous because half the shit's not even halfway believable anymore if you read the article. And then there's the subject of YouTube copyright system, of the YouTube copyright system. For those of you that, and the thing that made me want to talk about this is, for those of you that don't know, there is a commentary channel out there called, I'm sorry dude if I pronounce your YouTube name wrong, but it's I believe it's pronounced Repsion. And he's a commentary channel on here that covers a lot of the stuff that's just in general goes on around YouTube. And he's covered a lot of happenings, I guess you could say, around a certain YouTuber that's on this platform called Onision. Because in the past couple years, Onision has done a lot of shit wrong. A lot of shit. Check out Repsion's videos, by the way. He covers a lot of that shit that I'm mentioning now, especially dealing with Onision. So check out his channel when you got the time. He's a really good YouTuber, so please check him out. And hit that subscribe button on his channel too. I really do like his videos and the way he covers things going on YouTube. But he's done not a lot, but he's covered a lot about Onision in the past because well, not unfortunately, but Onision has done a lot of dumb shit here recently in the past few years. But lovely Onision has decided to, because even though it's fair use, mind you, in Repsion's videos to cover some of the stuff that Onision has done in the past. In some of these videos, he's used 5 to 10 to 15 second clips of Onision's videos to, cover the subjects he's talking about, especially whenever he talks about Onision. Now, all that falls under fair use because, like I said, it's only 5 to 15 seconds of a 35-minute video of Onision's. But yet, Onision, what he's done several times is he's copyright claimed Repsion's videos, giving him strikes on his channel. And one of YouTube's current policies on their site is that if someone falsely copyright claims someone enough, their channel can get booted. It is banned. It is gone. It's out of here. And at this point, Onision has copyright claimed Repsion's videos so much that he falls under the point of getting banned from YouTube by YouTube's own rules. But they have not done anything to warn him, to say, hey, if you keep this up, we're going to, your channel's going to be gone. They have done nothing to enforce their own rules. And that's just Repsion and Onision, Repsion dealing with Onision. There have been not only YouTubers who have used the copyright system, but companies as well. UMG, Warner Brothers, so many others that YouTubers have used in fair use clips of their videos, of their, trailers, of their just stuff in general. All falls under fair use, mind you. But they still get copyright claimed by these companies. I think it was MiniLad about 2 weeks ago made a tweet showing a picture of Warner Brothers, who in one fell swoop copyright claimed, what was it, like 100 of his videos all at one time. And mind you, I think MiniLad even said in his tweet that they all fall under fair use because of the way he presented them in his videos. I think not only if YouTube is to enforce their rules, should they be enforced for other creators that abuse the copyright system, but for companies as well. Now, I don't know how exactly they would hurt these companies, because not all of them have, channels here on YouTube, but they should be enforced. Like, I don't know, with like some of the, what would be a good way to say this? But for some of the companies that might not have, YouTube channels, obviously, there could be a general warning saying that, hey, if you continue to abuse the copyright system, you're not going to be allowed to even copyright claim channels anymore. Like, you're going to be done. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. Period. Like, maybe do something like that. But for even companies that have channels on here, they should follow under the same rules as any other creator on this platform. If they abuse the copyright system, their channel should get taken down. Plain and simple. But in short, especially when it falls under abusing the copyright system on YouTube, you need to start enforcing your own damn rules to the people that they need to be enforced to. Perfect example, like I said, was Repsion dealing with Onision. He has falsely copyright claimed so many of Repsion's videos at this point that something should happen with him. By your own rules, by now, his channel should be down. Should be taken away. Because how many times he's falsely copyright claimed Repsion's videos alone. Not even mentioning half of the other YouTubers out there that have covered stuff about Onision in the past that he's claimed their videos too. This is just Repsion of how many videos he's copyright claimed his. By your own rules, his Onision's channel should be gone. And all I'm saying, YouTube, is that if you're going to make rules like this, you need to enforce them or nothing's going to get solved. So many companies, so many dumbass YouTubers are abusing the copyright system, and you might make new rules saying, oh, we're taking care of this, don't worry, we're going to start taking care of this so no more YouTubers no more companies can abuse the copyright system, but they're still fucking doing it. You might set up new rules, but if you don't enforce these rules, then nothing's going to fucking change. So start fucking, I'm saying the word fucking a lot, but start fucking enforcing that. I swear, it just seems like, I don't know. It just seems like at the beginning of the year, YouTube's promised that they were going to change, that they're going to start looking out for creators more, that they're going to start supporting creators more, and that that just in general, that they're going to change and make YouTube a better site, not only for viewers, but for creators to create what they want to create in general on this platform. And they've said they're going to do stuff, and they've made rules so that they can do stuff, but and they've made rules so that they could do stuff. So you know, it. Skip this part, Adam. And they've made rules to where to make make this happen, but they don't enforce the rules. And so far, we haven't seen much of them trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? And they haven't done much in the way of the promises they've done either to, make this happen. I don't know, man. They seemed at the beginning of this year, like I said, to promise so much stuff. And say, you know what, this is going to change and this is going to change. So that way, the site is more supportive of its creators and for the viewers and this and that. And they've made rules to help this as well as, to help this along. Make the site more supportive of its creators and its viewers and make the site just safer in general. But all the stuff that they promised so far doesn't seem to be happening. I'm fully aware that YouTube, it's a big ass site. There's more creators on the platform now than ever. So a lot of these rules and a lot of these promises they do take time. I'm fully aware of that. But it just seems like nothing is getting done. Rules aren't being enforced, promises aren't being kept, and it's just a sad state of affairs at this point. YouTube, you need to start enforcing your rules. You need to start at least showing that you're going to be keeping some of these promises that you're making. You promised at the beginning of this year that you're going to start supporting more and more of your creators and not companies. Not just companies. Make it, not make it, but, actually show to people that you're behind your creators on this platform and not just a shell of a company trying to just, get that sweet ad rev, And just from, a creator and a viewer's point of view, it's not seeming that way. It really isn't. And, a lot of the rules that you've come out with recently, that's supposed to make the site better and help out its creators, it doesn't seem you're even enforcing. It looks good on paper, but unless you enforce them, shit ain't gonna change, sweetheart. And like I said, I know and I'm fully aware that enforcing a lot of these rules and keeping up a lot of the promises do take time, because YouTube is a huge motherfucking platform. So a lot of this stuff will take time. But we're already halfway into the year. Rules aren't being enforced. Promises have shown no signs of being kept. At least for a lot of people. You need, if you want YouTube, Google, Susan, if you want people to start taking you at your word, stop doubting YouTube anytime you make a promise. You need to start keeping up with these promises you're making. You need to show to your creators and your viewers that you actually support them. And start enforcing the rules that you're putting down that should be helping out its creators. Like the copyright abuse problem. And don't just apply it to creators that abuse the copyright system, but apply it to the companies that abuse the copyright system as well. If you don't start doing this, if you don't at least start showing that you're trying to keep some of your promises, if you don't start showing that you're going to start enforcing some of these rules, especially with the copyright system, which is one of the biggest problems right now, along with, the whole demonetized situation of YouTube videos getting demonetized that shouldn't, that's a whole nother fucking subject. But if you don't start showing people that you're keeping up, that you're going to be keeping your promises, that you're going to start enforcing your rules, then people aren't going to start taking you for your word anymore. They're already not. You want to know why so many people on your platform, when you promise things now, don't take you at your word? It's because of shit like this. Because the rules that you put out, you don't enforce. Or at least the rules that should be enforced, you don't enforce. And you haven't kept, at least in a lot of creators' perspectives, you haven't kept up with some of the promises you have made towards the beginning of the year that you promised the creators to help, show your support to them in general. And if you want people to start showing more and more support for you, YouTube, if you want people to start taking you at your word, you need to show that you're going to keep these promises, that you're going to start making the site better for its creators and not just the companies. You need to start showing this. You need to start enforcing the rules that you're making, especially the rules that benefit creators and other people on this platform. Once you start doing this, people will start taking you at your word. People will start showing more and more their support for you. People will start getting excited when you announce something because they know you'll actually follow it the fuck through. Newsflash, you can make all the pre-promises of, YouTube is going to start having its own TV network, it's going to start doing this, it's going to start doing that. That can only get so many people excited. But if you keep backburning all the problems that YouTube currently has and not fucking taking care of them, all the pretty rainbows and face paint ain't going to fix shit. You need to start addressing some of the stuff that's a problem with the site right now. If anyone at YouTube is seeing this video, please, for the love of God, listen to what I'm saying. And for any viewer of mine that has a Twitter account right now, please tag YouTube in this. Please tag Susan in this. Because they need to see videos like this. Otherwise, I don't think they're not gonna get it. I'm sorry, Susan. I truly do believe you have the best intentions for the creators on this platform. But you taking pictures and, sitting down and talking with creators isn't going to help shit if you and YouTube don't follow through with some of the promises you're telling these creators that you visited. You need to start showing that YouTube is going to support not only its big creators, but its small ones as well. All creators in general. And if you actually do some of the shit that I just mentioned, that would be a very good step in the right direction. Oh, but I think I read it enough, guys. So we're gonna leave it off here. Hope you guys did like this video. Remember, if you did, hit that like button and let me know in the comments below if you did. As always, I would love some interaction with you guys. So please, if you guys could do more than just view the video and hit that like button, although I do appreciate it, please leave something in the comments down below, even if it's just saying hi or whatever have you. I would love some interaction with you. But I'll see you guys later. As always, peace, love, and chicken grease. 04L. I'll see all my Spock watchers later. As always, welcome to my domain. I will see you guys next time. And as always, and forever, peace. Also, seriously, guys, please check out Philip DeFranco's and Repsion's channel when you get a chance. They're both amazing YouTubers and deserve all the support they can get. I'll see you guys later. Peace.